All right, welcome everybody. I hope everybody is doing okay today. So today I want to talk about the 5 most effective ways in which you can build your discipline. And these are not very, complicated or what. It's just something that you have to consider most of the times, and it kind of helps at the end of the day. They may seem very small and less effective, but the more you practice them, the more you put them into consideration, the more they, end up turning so effective in your life. So, without wasting much of your time, I think I'll just go straight to the first one. So on the first, I have the 2 seconds rule. The 2 seconds rule is something that I think I thought about myself. It's very tight, but it works. So this is where you sort of like, if you notice that you have a habit in your life that you sort of like have conflicts about in your own mind, most of the times you should work around it on a 2 seconds rule. So for example, if you notice that you love looking at cars, but you don't like looking at cars, you could say, I'm just going to look at a car for 2 seconds and just take my eyes off it. Just like that. Like in the next 2 seconds, you take your eyes away from it and you don't go back to it. It's the same thing. You could have something that you want to make a decision upon, and you only have to tell yourself you have 2 seconds to decide upon it and move on to the next. And the next one is the 2 minutes rule. The 2 minutes rule works so much well when it comes to, like spreading your bed in the morning, going to take a shower, starting off to town for that one errand and all that stuff, or maybe going to the mall to buy something, or maybe starting up on a task in your career and something like that. So say you have something that you have to design for your business and stuff, and you feel lazy, you should learn to give yourself like 2 minutes to just decide. Once it clocks 2 minutes, then you notice that there's a problem there. So within the next 2 minutes, you have to decide and you have to get started doing something. So the third one is the 21-day rule. 21-day rule works so much on the subconscious issue. So, I've heard a lot of people say it takes 21 days to get, used to doing something and not stop, like to build a habit or something like that. So yeah, that one is slightly clear, but it's just like trying to be consistent about something for the next 21 days until you feel like it's a lifestyle. You can't, do without it and something like that. So if you bought a book and you want to start reading, try read it every day for the next 21 days and see how it goes. Once you do that, you notice that you'll be there thinking all the time about the book, and you want to read it whether on a car, in the house, at the mall or wherever that is it may be. So just do it for the next 21 days and it's going to change. So the fourth one is bed spreading rule. So the bed spreading rule is like the which one is that? Putting the shoes together the moment you walk in the house. So this is just something that makes you remember that there are certain things that you have to always do that build up to the other side. And this one extends so much to organizational operations and stuff like that. So if you can't spread your bed every day in the morning, then the discipline level is not too strong for you to manage bigger things, something like that. But even though you may manage to, control or handle certain things out there, man, spreading your bed, it's just that. But the metaphor to it, or the implication to it, is that if you can manage to spread your bed every day and build that habit, that means you can be able to build a habit like that wherever you go, and whatever you're faced with or whatever tasks you're given, you can be able to build a habit that is positive and able to function in that way. So that's it about the bed spreading rule. And then there's the morning hours. Like morning hours is like 7:30 to about say 10:30. So try do most of your errands within that time and see how it goes. So sometimes we wake up in the morning feeling like, what, I'll start doing my errands at 11 or something like that. Try start them very early, because once you learn to do things in the morning, you notice that you have the rest of the day and there's so much time afterwards, and you can do other things like that. But then the more you keep, complicating your day and starting errands abruptly and all that, your discipline level is like shaky too much, and it's not good for your growth. So yeah, those are the 5 rules, but collectively the whole idea is to be able to have something that makes you remember that you have no time to waste. So when you wake up, you feel like the 2 second rule is like, I shouldn't think about this again within the 2 seconds. I should be on it. In the next 2 minutes, I have to have already taken the action and I'm already into it working. It's the same thing. They say there's even the book writing rules. Like, if you want to write a book, you won't start if you keep thinking about the start. You start and then information keeps flowing, and then by the time you realize it, you're done writing that first page, or you're done writing that article, or you're done writing the first paragraph of your article and something like that. This is just how it works. So you get started. It's like there's always a calculation of time in between that that which you have to, get used to. So if you think making a decision to start writing a book is going to take you 2 hours, then obviously something else would have come up and you wouldn't even start writing the book. So there's just that discipline level that has to be in between that comes with time. So it's like 2 minutes, I should be able to start writing the book within this time. The 2 second rule is like, if I think about this in the next 2 seconds, I have to have already taken the actions. Or if I like looking at something, the moment I look at it, 2 seconds, my eyes are off and I'm not going back to it. So it's just disciplinary. So like build your discipline based on this. There's a 80-20 rule in business. There's a 50-30-20 rule. There are all these rules out there. You can just like Google them up and check them up and then see how best they work for you. So that was it. Just a short video for today. Thank you so much for watching.